I'm here all by myself. Is that true? Hello, hello, hello. It's Wednesday. It is 7:59, but I don't see any chatting today. And if you are here and you do want to chat, make sure that you are logged in. Am I going to create by myself? I sure hope not. Hey Celestine, thank you for saying hi. I was feeling a little alone. Glad you are here. Gonna wait a little bit to see who logs in with us. Ready for a fun night? Are you creating with me tonight or are you just watching? My phone just rang. I was trying to see who it was. My mother always calls me on Wednesday night, even though I tell her that I do this every Wednesday. So it's funny, but it wasn't her. Hello, Miss Arnett. Hello. Hello, hello. I don't... Who? Tanel, is that your name? RJP, is that your name? I get to know the usernames over time, but those two I don't know. So share. Oh, on the bus. That's awesome. Cool, Arnett. Hey, Robin. Okay, Robin, I got you. Thank you. Barb. Hey, Barb. I'm excited to create tonight. I've been working hard on an upcoming workshop that I'm very excited about, and I will be sharing the details soon. So I haven't actually really created in like, today's Wednesday, so 5 or 6 days. Woo! So I am really happy for tonight. Hello there, Maria. Tanisha. Alright, we're going to wait a few minutes. I like to wait till about 8:05 or so before I get started to let people log in. I can show you guys my footies. Aren't they cute? My hubby bought me these footies recently. And I'm just excited about them. You probably can't tell how fabulous, I don't know if you can see how fabulous and bright these are. Oh my gosh, he knows I love footies. I love stuff that keeps my feet warm. And the colors of these are fabulous. And the little tie-dye or whatever it is, I don't know what you call it, is really inspiring me. I want to create some fun, funky stuff that looks like them. And they're really cool because they don't match. Meaning, like you see how this one looks? The other one has more blue in it. Oh, I love them, I love them, I love them. It's the little things. See, people think they need to spend big bucks, but guess what? It's the little things that make us smile. I love them. So cute. Ooh. There you go. There's something simple that just made me smile today. Or over the weekend, because I got them over the weekend. Fun. 8:04. So one more minute and we are going to get started. Today, Journal 52 is magic. And so I decided I'm not actually doing a page about magic. But as a kid, you know how you used to color black over something or a different color crayons over each other and scratch in it? We're going to use that technique today. It's like magic. As a kid, we thought it was magic. As an art journal, it still feels magic to me. I love the technique. I love the idea. It is just fun and exciting to do something different and cool. So that is the plan. And I will be using gelatos. I was going to use acrylics, but I'm going to actually think I'm going to use my oil pastels instead. Alright, so I am going to turn my camera down and focus on my page and get this party started right. Get this party started quickly. So as you can see, I have my gelatos in pretty much the color template that I gave you, the color palette. I have some yellows, golds, kind of an orangey, goldish color. And then I have several shades of purple in gelatos. I have the boysenberry, I have grape, and I have black cherry. And unfortunately, I don't know if I can see this on the yellow. Banana. I really can't see this one. Champagne. It's hard because the stuff is written in like a whitish color and it's weird because it blends very well. And this one's mango. So those are the colors that I'm going to use. Hey, Miko. Those are the colors that I'm going to use tonight. I did not gesso my page ahead of time, so I'm going to go ahead and get started and gesso the page first. I am going to lift my camera up a little bit so that you can hopefully see my page a little better. More of my page. Excuse my arm, that's me grabbing some water. And I'm going to go ahead and gesso my page, and then I'm going to use my gelatos to draw and color on my page. I just usually splatter gesso on my page and just add water and spread it around. I'm not very careful or particular about it unless I want it to, unless I'm using a textured one or some such thing, or, you know, trying to do something different with it. The colors from my other pages often get on my on pages behind because I'm just messy like that. I used to cover it and now I just am like it's art journaling. It's no big deal. It becomes a part of your creativity. Cool edges. How about that? Hey, Pam. Alright. Now, of course, I gotta dry. dries pretty fast actually, so it's pretty, it's cool. I love it, and it's easy to apply just before class. And if you have a heat gun to dry it, I do ask or advise everyone to add the gesso first or ahead of time so that you don't have to do what I'm doing. I typically do, but today I think I just got caught up in the work of the day. Yes, I did. Now I am just going to use my gelatos in my various colors, and I'm going to just doodle around the page. I'm just going to play. We're just going to create a fun and funky background. So just play. Just have a good time with them. Just color circles. We're just going to make like an abstract background. No rhyme or reason. I just want you to color. And since gelato spread, do not feel like you have to make, color in the whole circle. Add some big ones, add some little ones. My goal is to just create a fun abstract background, and I want to fill up the entire page. So play, just play. Lines, circles, hearts, whatever you desire. Gelatos are fun because it just looks like you've got crayons, and then when you start to spread them around and add water, which we're going to do, it just changes it into a pretty painting. That's according to me, and I'm right. Alright, now I'm going to just add some orange lines. Mind you, you can add lines, you can add doodles, you can do whatever you want, but I am attempting to fill up as much of this page with color. And of course, fall is really Halloween. It's my favorite, so these colors are very appealing to me because they make me think of fall and of Halloween. So I thought, why not? Let's play, let's have fun. Adding more circles. So I'm just going to keep coloring all around my page. Just adding my colors wherever I want them. Just having fun. And let's see, what else? What else? What else? You can add flowers. Whatever shapes you want. We're just going to paint these and blend the colors all over our page. And of course, if you find that you have some empty space, you can just come back and fill it with more colors. Just have fun. Doodle. Doodle different shapes. Doodle various colors. You're going to end up covering part of this with your black anyway. So just have fun. Don't worry. Trust me. It's going to come out to be a piece of art. I think. We'll see. Right? Just play. That's the cool thing about art journaling, is you're just going to play and play and play and play. I just know that these colors look really cute to me right now. I just figured, you know how I am. I'm just like, just play, just have some fun. And you know, when you are playing with these different materials, these different tools, everything is fixable. You can always paint over something if you need to. So you never have to be afraid. That's the awesome thing. Do not fear it, because you can always change it. As long as you got some gesso and some acrylic paint, you're all good. You are all good. Alright, so this is where I am with it right now. And I'm going to get some water and a paintbrush, and I'm just going to start spreading my gesso around. I'm sorry, my gelatos around. And I always like to try to pick the lightest color, which this is kind of hard, but I'm going to go with the yellow, and then I just keep playing with the various colors and painting based on going from light to dark. So I dip my paint and brush, and I'm going to do these circles first. And you can make them bigger or smaller if you get some of the other color in it. It's okay. That is going to be a part of the beauty of it all. Bigger is probably a little bit nicer. And if you do drag the color, I would not just keep dragging it, because it'll turn to brown with the pink, with the yellow and the purple. So just be careful and do a little bit of dragging. See how that's dragging the orange and the purple, and that's gorgeous. Ah. Yes, loving my cute little circles. Loving the blending that's happening. Love these big yellow circles. So glad I chose yellow for the circles. Ah, they're gorgeous. Fun, fun, fun. Again, tonight's um, prompt is magic. Gelatos to me are like magic, aren't they? So for me, the prompt for me just made me want to play and do something sort of magical, according to me, with my page. All right, now I think I'm going to go to the orange. And again, you can let it spread. I love it when it blends together. And for some of my flowers, I'm kind of spreading the color so they aren't looking exactly like flowers anymore, but that's okay. You can always add more color if you need to change it up. Loving this. Oh, I'm loving this. A little carried away with the water on that one. Alright, so I'm continuing. I think I will go with the gold and then I'll go through and hit the purples. And whichever way I colored, I'm just kind of taking my brush in the direction, the same direction that I colored. Meaning whether I did it vertically or horizontally, I'm making brush strokes in that same direction. This is actually turning out better. Right now it's looking better than I expected. I was a little concerned. I don't know why, but I was. La la la. Yay. Yay for creating. Thank you, thank you. Love gelatos. Yes, indeed. Me too. So that's not looking too bad so far. I'm really liking it. All the background, Pam, are Sandy, are gelatos. I did circles, hearts, flowers, and just some lines in gelatos. So I'm using all gelatos for the background. And then I'm going to add some stamps and perhaps some rub-ons on top. If I can, writing on gelatos is not the easiest thing, but I would like to write on them. Now I'm going to do my flowers a little. And I just am kind of making funky flowers. And maybe I'll get a smaller brush and do a better job with the flowers and let them be a little round. Yeah, that's kind of cute, a little fat flower. I like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do them like that, where they like spreading them a little bit more, but still keeping the edges round. I like that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Kind of reminds me of doing a watercolor painting. Love those. Yes, yes, yes. Loving that. Rounding these. Loving how the flowers are turning out. Very carefree kind of flowers. Have fun with your flowers. No need for perfection. Again, you're going to be covering part of them up anyway. Some are going to show through, some spots are not. I will probably go back and fill in my white space. But for now, we're just painting the shapes that we colored on. love creating. Don't you guys? It's just such a, I'm just so happy. It's so funny because even, you have your days where you don't feel like creating. I'm sure you had those. But sometimes I have something that's due for a design team, so I have to come in here even when I don't think I want to. As soon as I sit down and pull out a paint color or anything, that whole I don't feel like creating just drops right away from me. It is such an awesome thing. I love it. I should really just not say that I don't feel like creating because it just takes 2 seconds of being in my room and that's over. Thank you, Miko, and everyone that are helping answer questions. I really appreciate it. Yes, I take my gelatos because I just keep using the same paintbrush. So I always try to go from light colors to dark colors. Of course, you can change up your brush and do it however you want. But I find that for me works really well because then the way the colors blend works for me too. All right, so now I'm going back over my purple circles. This is the I believe this is the black cherry. And the way I'm doing my circle just kind of willy-nilly. They almost look like flowers themselves, like roses or something. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Ah, it feels so good like when you have an idea in your head and it starts to come together. I love that. It just makes me so happy because I'm just always like, okay, well, here's the plan. I'm going to put some gelatos on a page and I'm going to cover them. That's what I did. That's what I'm thinking today. I'm going to cover them with black acrylics. And then I thought, but I want to scratch in the black acrylics, and that's a little bit hard. So I was like, okay, so fine. I'm going to use um, oil pastels instead. So, it's just kind of nice that this part of it is turning out. And I hope that the whole thing turns I hope the whole thing turns out while I'm so busy talking. I hope it all looks good. I love this black cherry. Ugh. Yes. And if you don't have gelatos and you're doing this with me tonight, feel free to use your acrylics. If you want to get the same effect, just make sure you water them down a bit. If you want sort of a watercolor effect, water them down a little. One of the things that I love, if you guys haven't noticed, is I really love color. I love working with color. I love mixing color. I think that, I personally think I do a really good job with my, I might pick a color palette, but even when I don't pick a color palette, I think I do a really good job of choosing colors. And when I do use color palettes, I think that I do a good choice of where the colors are going to be, blending the colors, how they will appear on my page. I have always been all into color. Even when I scrapbook mostly, people always told me that one of the things that they liked about me was my color choices and how I put it all together. It's something that I love. I just love color. It's funny because I call pink my favorite color, but I love color so much that it's a little bit hard for me to really say what my favorite color is, because I just love color. So, for the new people that came in, I will go over what I did. Basically, I'm drawing and coloring with my gelatos. I colored circles with banana. I colored lines with my mango as well as champagne. I made flowers using the boysenberry. And I made hearts using grape and circles using the black cherry, which I don't, here it is. So there you have it. Just color and draw with your gelatos, and once you have your pattern set, then go back with a wet brush and paint those shapes to spread the gelatos around your page. Now I'm going to add some orange to some of my empty spaces just to fill in the color. Make sure you hit all of your shapes. I missed this heart. Try to clean off your brush well before you go into another color. Just loving this. Pretty. And then you can play and add some more colors in places where you might feel you need it, or just because you want to play with the colors. I am just going to add, maybe I'm not going to add anything. Well, maybe a little bit more of this yellow that I really love, and I'm glad that it is a part. I just want it to look a little deeper. Alright, so I'm going to dry this just a little bit. And then we're going to stamp on it. Stamp and maybe use some rub-on. Technology something else. And I think about the fact that Tanisha's on the bus, she's watching, and I was thinking about how we didn't have all of these ways to communicate once upon a time. We were just fine. We went to a Halloween party over the weekend, and having the GPS was just so wonderful that it gets you right to where you're going. And I was laughing and saying, I remember my husband and I going places, and I would have the piece of paper navigating, trying to watch all of the highway signs. I couldn't fall asleep in the car because I would have to help him, you know. Now the GPS talks to you, so you know when to turn, and it just made life so much easier. But then, of course, now we're so much more dependent on technology. Alright, so I do have this really cool book of rub-ons that has some circles and different things in it. I haven't decided yet what I want to put on here. Oh, this one's all about all kinds of love. You rock, you're fabulous, cool, incredible, silly, silly, silly. Happy times. Happy, happy, happy. So I'm just thinking, I really wanted to kind of go with the magic theme with my words and stuff. So I don't know if I want this, although the happy one is pretty cute. This one that just says amazing, incredible, cool, fabulous, outstanding. That's kind of nice, so I might use that one because magic is cool. I did pull up a quote that I really liked too, so I might have to use that. I'm just gonna cut this out. I really do like this one that says outstanding, cool, fabulous, amazing, incredible. So I think I will use that, and then there are a couple of cute little circles on here that I think I'll add as well. And then we'll do some stamping. Hello, Marion. So of course I gotta cut these out. Whenever I'm cutting my rub-ons, I try to keep the pages intact, but this one is not going to stay intact because I want this whole circle. So they're all going to come apart, and then I'll have to figure out, because I like what the other parts say, I don't want to lose them. So I will figure out what I'm going to do with them after class. Now this one, I actually don't want the U rock in the middle. I just want the outer circle. So of course now I gotta cut that out. And basically I am just adding rub-ons and stamps wherever I want on this page. So just have fun with the stamp, add your rub-ons, do something fun. It doesn't matter. Some of this is going to get covered up and some of it is not. So just enjoy the fun. I'm going to look for my rub-on tool, which of course would not be in my bag. I hope it's in my little box. Yep. I love the rub-on tool. It makes rubbing on this so much easier. It is one of the best things to me created. Those popsicle sticks were just, they worked, but you know, they were a mess. They hurt my hands. But I really love this rub-on tool. So far it has worked quite well for me, especially if they're good rub-ons. Of course, you know, you can get some pretty bad rub-ons and then it doesn't matter what you're using. And it looks like these are not rubbing off. Ah, they're not rubbing off on my gelatos. And this is funny because I did try some gelatos earlier today on, rub-ons, these rub-ons on a different page with gelatos that worked perfectly. So now, of course, I'm with you guys and they don't want to come off. So I am using a stick instead, and it looks like they're coming off now. Let's see. Nope. Oh, why not? I guess we're gonna stick to some of it came off. Might just have to stick to stamping because I'm not gonna spend all night trying to get these rub-ons off. So that's fine. That's interesting though. I wonder why they're not. It might be that it's not dry enough, but I pretty much did the same thing that I'm doing with you guys. I just put them on the page and rubbed them on. And it worked fine. So I'm going to try this So Cool. And if this doesn't come off, then I will move on to my stamps. Off the ool of cool, so let me get the C on there. Alright, so I got that on there. So I'll have my So Cool. And then I'm just going to use my stamps. I know those will show up. So cool. Tamiko, you are just like my help anyway. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, so I pulled out a couple of stamps that I like. I pulled out these wow stamps, And they have birds and trees and things, and I thought that would be perfect for this time of year. And I pulled out this background stamp. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the two to add a little bit of fun to our page. And maybe I'll see if I can write on it. Writing on gelatos isn't the easiest thing either. So we'll give it a shot. And we'll see what happens. Yes, yes. And I don't really care if this thing is covered completely or not. I'm just going to stamp around the page. It's houndstooth, and I really like it. So can't see that pattern very well though. That's interesting. Maybe I moved it or something. Yeah, that's showing up a little weird. But I'm good with it. I like the way it looks on these different parts of the page. There. Finally got one part that looks like houndstooth. Maybe I can get a two stamp there. Again, I'm not gonna fret. You know how I am. Part of it's gonna disappear anyway. There we go. Alright, now I'm just going to have a little bit of fun with these. And you know I am so pitiful. Because I just don't even use my blocks when I'm stamping in my journals. I just kind of throw it on the page and pull it up. It's so sticky anyway. Oh, I love it. I love this stamp. Good grief, I love it. Oh, yay, yay, yay. What kind of unload do you use? What's an unload? Oh, ink pad. This is the Archival Ink Ranger. I think this didn't come out because I wasn't really pressing hard enough. Because where I put my pressure, I got the houndstooth. So, because the stamp pad usually is pretty good. So I know it's me. I'm not the best stamper in the world, and I'm not that patient with it either. What can I say? Because as you can see, my little flower, my little tree is quite wonderful. I decided I'm going to put this one inside of some of my purple circles. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Uh, 8:55. I'm always trying to finish by 9:30, and I think we're going to make it. This is another stamp, another tree, shall I say. Love these stamps. Haven't put any words on the page. Gotta get some words on the page. Now I'm gonna add a couple of bird stamps. Doing too good with my bird. That's better. Loving this. Yeah, see, you say you're the worst. That's funny because I look at these when I'm stamping. I'm always like, oh boy, what a mess. But it is what it is. It doesn't stop me from stamping, but I do think that I could use some stamp practice. That's a pretty good image. Yep, that looks pretty good. Y'all think y'all laughing at me with my hand stamping? Alright, one more stamp and then I'll be done stamping. I've got this one that's got these cute hearts, little hearts, and I really like it. So I'm just gonna stamp some little heart, I'm calling them heart splatters, around the page. I just love this page. Now I am going to try to write one little thing. Oh, it's an ad-filled night, huh? Love that, don't you? If it didn't cost so much to have Ustream, I'd get rid of the ads. I think it's like $100 a month is the least expensive one. And I can't justify that expense. And my husband would surely say, you crazy? You want to pay $100 a month so you can get free classes? I don't think so. Now I do need a circle, which I did not plan on very well. I don't have a circle around here. First, let me see if my pen, if I can write on top of here. I did pick a quote. Let me just pull it up. Oops. Nope, that was right. Okay, I picked two. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go, and then magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. So, I really like that. I really like both of them. So, even just the magic is believing in yourself. I might just write that right there. If my pen will write on top of these gelatos, then we're in. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's see how this does. Alright, that does show up. So I just need to make it darker. And this will not get covered. So I wrote magic is believing in yourself. And on top of this pen just feels so silky smooth. It's really kind of cool. Uh-oh. And as you're doing this, you might need to wipe the tip, which I just did, which helped, but it could also not, you know, because when you're working on these different mediums, sometimes they will absolutely dry out your pens, your markers, so be careful. But if you clean off the tip, sometimes you can save it. So, that's okay. Okay, so now that we've done all of this, we are going to cover some of this up with black actually. As soon as I get myself a circle. I just love that. Alright, so now I need my oil pastels. And I should have punched out some circles, but I didn't. And I may have to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of circles and place them around my page and color around the circles and make a fun pattern. Give me just a second. Let me grab my circle punch. My circle punch and a piece of paper. You just need to punch some circles or, you know, something that uh-oh, is my punch is, excuse me, stuck. And I don't have, means this thing needs to be sharpened because it's not cutting through this paper. Oh, that is just not good for me tonight. Alright, so I punched one. I got it unstuck. I'm going to try to just punch some more. And I popped it out with my scissors, so hopefully I can do that again. And maybe one or two more times. You need to sharpen your punches, you add some, you could put some, if you even use punches, because I could have done this with my Cricut if I'd have done it earlier. But I didn't. But you use some aluminum foil and punch it several times, and that sharpens your punches. The word I'm writing is, what I wrote was, magic is believing in yourself. Magic is believing in yourself. And the Big Brush Faber-Castell, I do have some Big Brush Faber-Castell pens or markers. I guess I should have tried one on top of the gelatos. That probably would have worked. Oh. One last circle. If I can get one more out of here, this would be great. And I did. Alright. I do have those, but I didn't try it. So, have you tried them, Miko, on top of the gelatos? Thank you. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I want to use my circles around my page to add some black, and I don't want to cover up this, so I'm not going to take it all the way around. And I'm going to color around my circles, and yes, cover up some of that beautiful painting that you did before, and it's okay. And I'm coloring and spreading it. And you're going to use your finger to spread the black oil pastels. Now that is just because I didn't want to cover my magic, but you also want to make sure that you just do some actual circles, because that's where you're going to really add interest. And no, you don't have to do it all over the page. And color it as big as you like. Hey D. I love this. It is just kind of funky. And I'm adding some more because I want the black to be kind of deep, because I want to scratch in the black. And I'm also, if you notice, I'm going out. I'm not rubbing around in a circle because I don't want that look. I want it to look more pulled away from the circle. Just like I'm rubbing my finger all around. And see, so that makes the bird the focal point here, and the bird there, and magic. I should probably add another circle around here so that this quote stands out. And I'm going to take this one because I want to make this a circle. This is really funky but fun to me. I hope that you guys are liking this little experiment. Alright, I think this is it. I don't want to cover up all my beautiful colors. Alright, this is it. And the magic for me is that this is peeking out. That the color is peeking out from behind the black. Okay, so now I am going to get that, where is that rub-on tool? Rub-on tool, and you can scrape inside your black. Get rid of some of it. That's what I wanted to do, so that some of the colors from behind it pop through. And you might need to wipe off the tip. And you don't have to do this. I'm actually going, I think I want to scrape some lettering too. But can you see that? That is just awesomeness. See right here where I scraped some of the black away? Love! So you can do that around all of your circles if that's what you want to do. You can decide to do some shapes. Like here, I'll do a couple of hearts. And that picture I showed you on my blog, if you notice, it was the black with that color, that blue showing through, which inspired this, because I was like, oh, I love that. You know, we should do something where there's a colors that pop through black. So that was the idea. And so you can pop through the colors this way, but then there's also these pops of color. And you can add as much black to this page as you like. I really like this, the way that looks. You can't see it so well, I don't think. But it's really a cool, cool, cool effect. It's magic! And of course, one of the things that you will find is if you didn't add very much black, you're not going to scrape through it. It's just the bottom of the paper. It's like a flower. It's almost like this is a flower. So like over here on the side where I didn't put extra layers of black, it's not as prominent. Can you see that? Oh, I love that. See how the color kind of pops through here? Cool, cool, cool. This is like a stylus, or I guess it's just simply a stylus. This is one of those things that came with my rub-ons. I'm sorry. I know I need to say a little more sometimes. Thank you, Miko. Oh, I love this. I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. Alright, we got like 9 minutes. Although I will go past 9:30, but it is my goal to try to get it done by 9:30. And you will be picking up the crayon. So I have this little piece of paper towel that I can wipe the stylus off on. And again, you can do other shapes. I did hearts over there. I'll add a few hearts somewhere else just for continuity. Oh, this one is, I love that. Some spots it picks up better than the others. It's doing, I don't know why, but over the yellow and orange, that's what I'm seeing the most of. This one, I obviously did very well with the crayon layers because this one is gorgeous. Oh, that one is just gorgeous. I love the way it's showing through. Oh, over here. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now it's funny because my intention was actually to fill up a lot more of the page with black and then write in it, but I kind of like this, so I've decided not to do that. Yay! This one has more purple showing too. Finally, all the other ones are pretty much yellow. Alright, adding a heart here. Adding a heart there. A heart there. Just want to have some hearts around the page so that there's some consistency. Adding a heart there. Alright, now I'm going to attempt to add some white highlights. And then I'm going to be done. Who is Blissful Crafter? What's your name? Nice to meet you too. Alright. Let me don't know how well you all can see that, but I love the way the scratching came out. Ooh, love it, love it, love it. Now I'm going to try to see if I can add a little bit of white highlights inside my circles. Thank you. Is it Jeannie? Yeah, I want to add white highlights, but my pen is not flowing as much as I want it to flow. So if I can get it to flow, so that's pretty cute. I like the little white highlights. Thank you, Tamiko. Just adding white highlights around the page for some fun and interest. Love, love, love. Just adding squiggles of white here and there on the outside of my circles. Fun, fun, fun. I love it. Basically, I'm just going with as far as the white will let me take it, and that's that. So it's just a little touch of white. Thank you, Pam. This is actually a Montana acrylic marker, paint marker. That I love, love, love. And now I'm going to use a uni paint marker and do my little signature dots. Just a few places. I just add dots wherever. You guys know how I do. Alright, I think I am done. And I'm gonna sign it as I always do. And I think that's it. So, I hope that you like it. That is my magic for the day. I enjoyed making that. Something so different and fun. Oh, and I just love the way the oil pastels. So fun, so fun, so fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, these I've had for quite some time. This Montana acrylic, again, it's an acrylic marker, so that's really good. And this is also acrylic. My white pens don't work as well, but my acrylic markers are great. And I also have used a whiteout marker. That works pretty well too, except the only thing with that one is the flow is really hard to control. Alright, so I am switching to say good night. And the camera's way, way up. Hey, y'all. With my way big shirt on, my camera's high up. I'm looking crazy. Room is a mess. Thank you for joining me. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Ignore my junk. And for everyone, the replay will be here, of course, on Ustream, but it will also be on my website at www.tiaresmith.com. That's www.trsmith.com. And it will also be on YouTube. So you can check it out there if you are just joining me or if you need to go over any part. Do you have any questions before I go? You are very welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining. I will be doing this again next week, next Wednesday, the 29th, same time, same place. I hope that you will join me for another fun page. Another fun night. Thank you. Thanks, Miko, for everything. I'm glad you like it. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I do like how it turned out. I'd love to just play some more, but it's getting late. All right. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next week, and I'll see you on Facebook. Thanks. Bye.